Okay. Sorry, I actually fell asleep just now. So yes, welcome to, this is a proper welcome to another episode of Messages from a 20-year-old to you. This message will be about, okay, I'm sorry, it's really too early in the morning. In particular, it's about me wanting to tell you to be okay with being wrong. Okay, so I think most of the time, I don't think this message is new, especially when it comes to learning. I think in school, if I'm not wrong, okay, no, actually, I don't think school teachers emphasize on this a lot. Knowing the system, yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't think that. Okay, so what I was thinking is that school teaches us to be okay with making mistakes, but no, I realize it's not. sorry, it's not school that taught me to be okay with making mistakes. It was my actually, where was it? I have no idea how I got the exact lesson from, but I think it was mostly from my own experiences in after I left RV. Like for example, Pivotal first started me off with being okay with making mistakes, like being okay with not with being wrong. So because I first entered facilitation, and I guess I properly entered it without much prior knowledge or skill sets of what it means to be a facilitator, to be someone who can hold space, whom can meet the youths and students where they are, to best convey certain lessons or certain messages that the program wants to best integrate for them. So yeah, that's that. And I guess my internship, in my first internship, is it first? I think it's the first in Elviga, in the summer break of my first year in university, also taught me so, whereby the people in the team in Elviga, right? So shout out to Elviga. The people and the team in Elviga really emphasized and stressed again and again that it's alright to make mistakes, to be excited about making mistakes, because it's all part of learning, it's all part of growing. So yeah, I think so. Okay, so that's about me and my own little encounters of this message. But what I want to tell you is that so my message is about embracing, not just being okay with making mistakes, but so being okay is the first step, is my main message, because I firstly feel like most of us are actually still very hard on ourselves when we make mistakes. Like me lah, I'm actually still practicing being okay with making mistakes, but it's a progression. So my messages are not to ask you to jump from one rock to another rock, but it's really more of firstly, now you're at a space that you may be hard on yourself whenever you make mistakes. You may find mistakes to be very distasteful, or a very big turn off, or just something that you always want to avoid. So to move from that, I want you to first be okay with the idea of making mistakes, and then after that move on to what is more ideal, which is you embrace the process of making mistakes. So I guess to first clarify, what I'm saying here is that I'm not telling you that it's we should make mistakes as often as possible. If this is what you're thinking, right, that's what you want to hear. Because whatever I've been saying, right, I've only been saying this one line, which is that it's okay to make mistakes and to embrace making mistakes. So saying it's okay and to embrace the idea of making mistakes is not the same as me telling you to go and make as many mistakes as you can. Okay, so let's first set that line clear. Then I'll feel more reassured that you won't take things the wrong way. So, okay, after that, now I want to go into, again, there's a lot of things to say, so I'm going to narrow things down to two areas. I keep looking at the wrong, okay, 2 areas. 2 best areas in our lives to embrace the idea of making mistakes in. Okay, one is in, I'm going to group, one is in being with people. So be okay with making mistakes when it comes to being with people, which I will later emphasize. 2 is about embracing the idea of making mistakes when we are in either I don't know how to group them, like basically school, work, career, like, you know, those, how do I group them? The productive areas of our, I don't know, productive areas of our life. Okay, don't quote me on that, but yeah, you get what I mean. Okay, so let's go into the first one, which is I want to talk about being okay with making mistakes when it comes to being with people. I like how I'm sounding so lively even though I just freaking woke up. I had a bad night, like last night. Kept waking up every hour. But anyway, being okay with making mistakes when it comes to being with people. So I want to go into how, like, okay, maybe I start with my own experience. So for me, the one experience that is most vividly etched in, is that such a way? So clearly etched in my mind around this message of being okay with making mistakes when it comes to being with people, right? It is when I first met this very, very beautiful friend called Shasha. She is a Muslim, so she I hope she's okay with mentioning her here. Shasha, I love you. But yeah, so we are very good friends, and we knew each other from when we first, so we both went for the TIP program, the teaching internship program by MOE, when we first came out of A-levels, when we first came out of JC, and we were both assigned to the same school, Commonwealth Secondary School. So when I first met her in the teacher's pantry, right, I was so scared. I walked towards the pantry and I saw this girl wearing a hijab, and and I was like, oh shit. As I'm scared, not because I'm scared of Malays or Muslims. It's not because that. It's more like I'm afraid of making mistakes. Of like whenever I'm with her, I'm very afraid of making cultural mistakes in either the things that I speak of or the things I do. I was so scared that I'll offend her in some way, because I come from RV, and it's a Chinese school. Like I've been like in a bubble of Chinese peers since I was 13. So for 6 whole years, I've only been with Chinese. I was so scared that like I was so scared I'll offend her in any way. So when we first sat down in the teacher's pantry and we became like we struck our friendship struck off quite well. Like we were personality wise quite click lah on first encounter. But in the very first meeting itself, I took the courage to openly just tell her that, okay, Shasha, I'm first gonna say this, okay? Please forgive me for all the times in our friendship from now on, that for all the mistakes that I'm probably gonna make when it comes to cultural understanding of your race and your religion. Because then I told her that I was from RV and everything, and I really did not have enough awareness or knowledge or maybe even sensitivity of the differences, the cultural differences between my race and my religion and hers. And I told her that, I just admitted that I was really very afraid of offending her in any way, and to just to be patient with me as I learn, to also teach me, and I told her that I want to learn about the cultural differences between us, and what to do, what not to do when I'm with a person of a race and religion as like the same as hers. And yeah, so that actually it was a very good decision to take the courage to have this conversation with her at first encounter. She laughed, and it was, yeah, she was quite taken aback by how I started off our friendship with this conversation, but it was good. Like, through our friendships from then until now, I've been learning how to be more sensitive to certain things and things I say and do when I'm with a Muslim, or when I'm with a Muslim. So yeah, so being okay, so that's my experience. So now back to the message of being okay with making mistakes when it comes to being with people. The one thing I want to say in general, right, is to ask for you to so be humble. So when we get to see for ourselves that it's okay to make mistakes when we are with people, it's okay to embrace making mistakes when we're with people, right? It's for us to come from a place of being humble, when it comes to perceiving the amount of information that we truly know, we truly understand about the other party. Meaning, before we meet someone, or when we so it can be either strangers, acquaintances, even close friends. When we meet someone, when we are with someone, the way we treat them, the way we talk to them, the way we behave when we're with them, it all stems from our own judgments, our own perceptions, our own beliefs that we hold about this person, that can either they're either influenced by maybe prior stereotypes of the group of people, the community that this person comes from. So it can be from stereotypes, it can be from prior opinions that we have heard about this person from other people, or it can be just our own vibes of this person when we first meet them, especially for strangers. So all of these come together and combine to form up how we perceive this person, or what we feel towards this person, and this affects how we are with this person, obviously. So I'm not saying this is wrong. I'm asking for you to try something else, to not just let this be the only thing that directs you in your way of behavior towards this person. To besides this current inventory of information you have about this person that comes from stereotypes, other people's opinions about this person, your own first impression of this person, right? So don't let this current inventory be all that you have to direct you in how to be with this person. Instead, keep on adding to this inventory with information about this person that you gather from your own experience with this person. So basically, add on information that is evidenced from either you can choose to be with this person more, experience them more, talking to them more, asking questions about them. Basically asking questions, having conversations with them, doing things together with them, and then from there gather your own set of information, your own set of data, to have you understand this person better, to help you to influence more strongly your way of being with this person. I feel like that's more important than operating from our current inventory, which honestly most of the time I would say that this current inventory of information we have about this person that affects the way we are with this person is filled with mistakes, and is filled with wrong assumptions or beliefs we hold about this person. So yeah, I hope you get what I mean, and whatever I've been saying so far, I hope it shifts the way you approach other people from now on, be it strangers, acquaintances, or even with people who are close to you. always allow yourselves to see that, okay, it's okay that my current inventory of information about this person, there are a few mistakes, there are a few things that are wrong about this person that I may not even know that I'm wrong about them. And always keep building on what you know about a certain person. Yeah, I think, to me, I felt that's very important for us to really put in effort and invest ourselves into understanding more about other people, about coming from a place of, I'm okay with being wrong about you, but not just that, I want to actually rectify these mistakes that I have about you. So yeah, so whatever, this applies to not just people, not just individuals, but also about how we are towards certain groups of people. So I'm no subject expert on racism or stereotypes, or how we are with communities that are often on the receiving end of negative stereotypes. Okay, I'm not a subject expert, but what I'm telling you is, I guess in light of the Floyd incident and the whole uproar of the significance of Black lives and everything else. So I'm being very careful, okay, when I'm talking about topics of this nature. So when it comes to this, I hope for you to also see that whatever perspectives I have laid on you from whatever I'm talked about, right, let it be something that directs you in the way that you approach matters of this nature, of stereotypes, racism, etc. To always be okay, have ourselves see that, be okay with making mistakes when it comes to our assumptions and our beliefs or opinions about a certain person or a certain group of people. And it will help us be humble. It will help us treat them with the respect that they deserve, the kindness, and basically the respect that they deserve as people in general. Just because we choose to come from a place of, okay, I admit that whatever I know about you, about the community of people that you come from, there are bound to be mistakes in the things that I'm telling myself when it comes to meeting people like you. Be okay with telling yourself that, and then tell yourself that, okay, I actually want to, and I'm excited about gaining more information, gaining more experiences to help me see what kind of mistakes I have in my understanding of you, of your people. And I feel like that can cycle around a lot more empathy, a lot more respect when it comes to how we are with other people. And a lot more love can go around just because we choose to do that for ourselves and for the relationships that we have with people around us. So I realize this video is really damn long now. So I'm gonna talk about actually I realized there's nothing much to talk about when it comes to, so I talk about two areas at the start, right? One is about being okay with making mistakes when we're with other people, and middle finger, and being okay with making mistakes when it comes to the productive areas of our lives, whereby school, career, work and stuff. Actually it's the same, but so yes, thank you again for watching this episode of Messages from a 20-year-old to you. I'm halfway through my series, because my aim, remember at the start, my aim was to complete this series before I turn 21, which is coming soon. And I really hope I can leave the house by then to meet friends, because I really want I don't know, to me birthdays actually mean a lot, and 21 means a lot. Like, I don't want a big party, but okay, I'm speaking in a freaking English accent right now, but okay, not important about how I want to spend my birthday. But anyway, thank you for watching.